Welcome back. We have another video. We have Hello as seen. I don't really know if I'm saying that right, but yeah, we got it's a video about Kai and whatever beef they had on with BruceDropEmOff. So let's get into it.
I don't want to be your friend no more. I don't want to do with you no more. I don't want to be associated with you no more. I don't give a what you got going on, because it is too dangerous to have a like that in my circle.
The person Cenat was referring to in this clip was his once close friend, BruceDropEmOff. Both accused one another of being fake, and neither wanted to patch things up.
That it was said. And me, I'm telling you, I don't take back any of the things that I said. Me personally. And that's not me being an asshole. That's not me trying to be boastful. That's just me being a grown.
Hey, the best thing for bro to do right there is dead ass to stand on it for real, because it was either apologize and look a certain way and kind of have to kind of like kiss the feet a little bit or kiss the hand or whatever. Either that or you stand on it. Hey, it is what it is. You feel me? And they can't come at you no type of way.
Man,
and the saddest part of all that is that their mutual friend, Your Rage, was caught right in the middle.
Oh, Bruce.
This is a falling out that seems beyond repair, but the reason why fans have been begging for them to reunite is because of the sense of what was being lost. In 2022, Kai, Bruce, and Your Rage were part of an iconic streaming group known as DYK and had their own streams together called Boys Nights.
First of all, how's everybody been? You know, I know y'all linked up.
It sounds like he's on a podcast, bro.
It sounds so good, bro. Is it new? Is that a new one?
Yeah, it's a new mic.
These streams became legendary for the chemistry between the three. But towards the end of 2022, DYK and Boys Night began to fizzle out. Kai and Rage had busier schedules, and Bruce had taken a break from streaming. This is what seems to have happened, but it would later be revealed that there was much more to the story. In 2023, Kick became a major disruptor in the streaming world and was offering incredibly lucrative contracts for streamers to jump ship from Twitch onto their platform. After Aiden Ross and XQC, Bruce was one of their biggest signings. What made
Kick, I remember when it was like first coming out or whatever, and they were having, I think one of the first not one of the first, but one of the ones I remember the most is when like Your Rage had a whole ad or commercial for him joining Kick, and shit, that shit was crazy. But no, Kick had literally they were just throwing bags at streamers, like dead ass, like that's what they're gonna do in order to grow their platform. They're gonna go at the biggest people and just throw bags at them, and it sounds so much better than whatever, and they can still stream on Twitch too. People were streaming on both and doing both. So yeah, no, Kick was definitely doing that for sure. Probably now is probably a lot different because Kick threw so much money at these streamers, and they all end up going back on Twitch or going up onto different platforms, or just like taking their money and running, like scamming them, which a lot of streamers, it was a good amount of streamers that they threw a lot of money at, and they weren't meeting their quotas or whatever. So now they probably chilling out on that, but I remember, yeah, bro, Kick was throwing bags, bro. I'm telling you, if Kick would have got Solo Minotti during that time, for sure, they weren't willing to do it now because they didn't want because of like how much money they already wasted. But I'm telling you, if Kick would have got Soul when they were first coming out or whatever around this time, Solo Minotti would have got the same deals too.
Kick so disruptive was that their streamers were encouraged to troll other streamers for staying on Twitch, which led to the situation where Bruce was trolling Kai.
If you know Bruce, you know he trolls, right? He trolls a lot, right? And he made a tweet saying like I was on some like masa please no, right? Because I don't want to leave Twitch, like, or I don't want. I'm on Twitch. I'm a streamer on Twitch still.
This was some light trolling on Kai, but then Bruce took things to a much higher level.
Then he photoshopped me being a cotton field. Me in a cotton field with the Twitch CEO with like a whip in his hand. You feel what I'm saying? I'm like, you know what? He trolling once again. And I'm literally on stream saying like, yo, we're boys. Like, let's chill. Like, you're my friend. There shouldn't be any animosity to like, I just didn't understand why was people so worried about me just like being me. You feel what I'm saying? So it was just on some shit where like I seen those tweets and I was like, okay. And then it just started hitting the fan. Like, then just started getting to, like, on some shit, like, Aiden started making tweets. He started making tweets, and they both went live. Then they just started talking about me. But I was like, bro,
The whole thing is like, bro, the internet just blown it out of proportion to the point where like they had to respond or they had to like not in some ways pick a side. You feel me? Because bro, everyone knows Bruce community is toxic as hell. Aiden community is probably triple times as like when it comes to toxicness, and then of course you have Kai's community and being so big, or not even as big as he is now, but him just being so pivotal in the streaming like scene even at that time that like of course and his fan base of course is gonna try to like pin everyone against them or even just like try to make it where he is somewhat in the middle, and now everyone's just talking about him, whether it's good or bad in general. But now like people are talking about him because he decided to stay on a platform, and everyone else is leaving because he didn't follow with them. So now they're here just trolling with him, fucking with him, and then the internet just blows out of proportion, so it just becomes more than what it was, you know.
when niggas made the decisions, I congratulated them. Like, literally.
But this wasn't the real
And,
root of
and
the
yeah,
problem. In fact, things actually went much deeper. According to Bruce, Kai was using him, and the only time Kai wanted to hang out with Bruce was when they were making content.
Every time you come to me, bro, it is for some content. It's not a friendship. That's not a friendship. We don't have no real talks. You can't, that's not no friendship, bro. That's content. Every time you talk, the boys. Damn, are you okay, bro? Like, you good, bro? You straight? I know this content shit. I know they been on your dick about this. Like, you good? That's how I talk to Rage. So don't send little slick shots about niggas and then congratulate them and then want to do content after that. That's not how shit work, bro.
And these comments really got to Kai.
And it broke my heart, bro. I ain't keep it stacked, bro. Bruce said that we were never friends, and the only time I called him up or quote unquote used him was for content. Wow. Now when somebody says that I gotta use somebody else for content, it's like, come on, let's be real, bro. I don't even like to use
that is a fact though, bro. You're talking about Kai. Like, what is Kai using you for content? Don't get me wrong. Like, Bruce is really big and popular in the streaming area, but like, bro, even before where Kai is at now, bro, Kai was just had so many like milestones and so many different things that like that everything that he did, bro, was just like just a hit for even now, even more so. So it's like, what does he have to use you for content, especially when he has so many other people around him that he can quote unquote use, if you want to use that term or whatever. Like he has Hola AMP, he has Rage, RDC. He has so many like relations with different people. It's like, why do you think he has to use you? You feel me? And just like painting it in a certain light, which is like, come on, bro. Like you said, for real, you really think bro has to use you? It's crazy. If anything, you're benefiting more from Kai, if we're being for real.
I just like to see people like get uplifted and stuff. Me, Rage, and Bruce had this thing called like DYK. We have this whole boy. It's pretty lit. So when he said that, I was like, damn.
Kai explained that he had been pressing to get the boys' nights going back together in the group chat, but was also texting Bruce individually about how he was doing too.
So then after, I was like, okay, the only time I hit up the boys and for content we gotta do is in the group chat that says the boys, and we haven't did it in 6 months. So I be trying to get people amped up again to get excited, and the support and love it. Then I went to our personal text messages. It's a whole different story. Like, bro, like I'm either texting him to see how he's doing all the time, or showing him things that's new in life, or like we're just chopping it up on some real shit. So when he said that, I was like, damn, bro, like it kind of messed me up. You feel me? And then after that, I kind of brushed it off and I was like, yo, it is what it is.
Yeah,
You feel
my
what I'm
arm
saying?
going.
Like, it ain't no like quote unquote beef with nobody. It's just also it's like, okay, this is how people feel, so I just gotta just just right now, just chill right now, like that.
And Bruce responded to these comments on his own stream.
Ain't no problem on my end. It never was a problem. I felt the way at the time. We talk, whether we talk off stream, y'all will never know. But obviously, if niggas is able to get in the, you don't need to know. You know, it's not that, it never was that deep.
The allegation was that Kai was a fake, but in October, a series of text messages from Bruce were leaked, which showed that it may have been the other way around. On October 11, 2023, a Twitter user by the name
Yeah,
of
2 years ago.
Cardi shared a series of screenshots of text between BruceDropEmOff and one of his moderators, and this showed him bad-mouthing a lot of his friends. Speaking about Kai's upcoming movie, Bruce messaged, "Now people want to go into acting like ain't been acting. I don't care. Kai, you, on God, I'm not watching that trash. Man, though." Then
Like, bro,
Bruce
that's just
used
so unnecessary, bro. Like, it's different from trolling and joking, but it's like, bro, you're just over here, just like, damn, bro. You're just over here, just being disrespectful as hell on the internet, bro. Like, for what? Like, why are you just, like, why are you being like that? Especially to someone that you're supposed to be cool with, you're supposed to be a
they
homie.
slurred to refer to Yachty and wrote, "Yachty a maggot too. He called me when they dropped it to ask me to be on it. Friday." Bruce's central point was that he felt that other streamers were desperate to stay relevant, and one of the biggest issues was when Bruce planned on live streaming a trip to Japan, and lo and behold, Kai and Speed had planned a trip to Japan on the exact same dates. As well as, quote, stealing this idea to go to Japan, Kai also supposedly stole Bruce's idea to play CSGO, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, on his stream. Bruce told his mod, "Remove every post talking about Aiden, Cheezer, them lame. That ish Speed showed it all. MFs is about to do the craziest stuff to stay relevant. Now Kai is playing CS. LOL. People are D-riders. Yo, not gonna lie, check my invite." The Japan trip could have just...
But why is he so pressed about it, though? You feel me? Like, if you're a streamer, bro, everyone's gonna take something, even just, I don't even think Kai really did it, to be honest, but, and I don't really care about either of these people, but I'm just saying on some, like, if it really mattered, it shouldn't even matter that much because people take inspiration or take other things from other content creators all the time, bro. The whole point of being content creating is creating your own, like creating your own thing or putting your own spin on it or whatever. Like, especially with streaming, like it's so parasocial, bro. Who cares? It's just because maybe Speed and Kai is gonna do numbers because of it, and maybe it'll affect his numbers if they did at the same time. But even then, bro, he has such a core fan base, it doesn't even matter. Like, they're gonna watch you regardless. And you going to Japan has nothing to do with them going to Japan. You could have been, if you looked on a bright side, you could have met up with them, seen them, da da da, and did something. But or whatever, instead of like bitching about it. Like, bro, they're gonna watch you regardless. Why don't you still just go to Japan? They're there for to see you. That's the whole point of it. Like, you don't have to cancel your whole trip, bro. Everyone takes inspiration from everyone. It's just how the shit is, especially with content creating, with music, all these damn samples with even with sports, basketball, football, people copying certain moves or doing certain plays, like all that shit takes inspiration from different people and different factors, bro. Like, why is he acting like he has to be the first to do everything, or they have to wait and hold their progress or what they want to do or what they plan to do to wait for him to do it first so they can do it so they don't feel like they're no, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Like, bro, that shit is like some real like. And mind you, I don't even care about either of these people. I don't know either of these people, but it is just more on some like why get overly like butthurt about it when you could have just still did it, had fun, enjoyed yourself, and made your bread. You feel me? I don't know.
It's been a coincidence. Not to mention, Japan is one of the most popular travel destinations. But Bruce had asked Your Rage to come along, and there's a screenshot of Bruce asking Rage, whose real name is Joshua in this, about the trip to Japan and the possible dates. Bruce messaged one of his mods, "Guess who I asked? Tuesday. I don't think y'all are catching it. I had to push my stuff back 2 weeks," my manager said. "But now I don't want to do it because I was booked, that we had planned. Now I want to see them dudes there and beat on them." Like, bro, the same dates? So clearly Bruce had issues with Kai.
Nah, bro, talking about beat on him. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Why are you being like that though? It's hella unnecessary. Like, why are you just like, bro, just butthurt for what? And then not even for really go there and beat on anyone. Just pillow talking and to your Discord mods. It's just nasty work, and they end up exposing you, bro. That's what's crazy about it.
Not have the courtesy to confront him about these things. Kai soon jumped on stream to address the allegations. The first thing Kai addressed was the relatively harmless issue of playing Counter-Strike on his stream.
Play CS. First of all, I'm not even good at that game. That's trash. I went on there literally to gamble open cases like my chat wanted me to do, okay? All right? Second of all of that, why the is niggas going in a group chat and saying little shit like that about me though? I'm not even worried about. Why the are you even saying that? Like that is on some like girl type, petty type. Like I don't know when to start doing that, but that's not even cool. Especially coming from a who keep talking about some, bro, if I got a problem with anybody, I'll call them. I'll ring their phone up. Especially coming from that type of bro. Then there's more screenshots of so like basically shitting on what I had going on with the acting. Gonna say now want to go into acting like they ain't been acting this whole time.
Then Kai revealed that Bruce had apologized to him before, but this apology now looked incredibly insincere and might have something to do with the many career benefits of being friends with Kai Cenat, who was rapidly blowing up at the time.
I literally texted today, I texted him today, and this is two different personalities when it comes to sparking up a stream and it comes to real life. Y'all already know that weird that he tried to do before with the whole little Kai is fake, this and the third, which was not true at all.
People are like that though. That so many people are like that though. Like even people like in the movie business, streaming, social media influencers, they'll look certain ways online, bro. And as soon as you get behind them, behind closed doors, they're completely different, good or bad. You can see someone online obnoxious, loud, very, very like they say certain things and like it just rub people the wrong way. And behind closed doors, they're like really nice and genuine, and vice versa, bro. But that's just how it is. He has to be this like persona or this person, whichever one is a persona person in different areas and scenarios. But whatever brings out of him on the stream to entertain and troll and get engagement, cool. But behind closed doors, if you're not like that the same way, then what is the point? Why aren't you keeping that same energy? Oh, I'm a beat on him, da da da. But then want to backtrack. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, there's no way as a grown ass man you think that's okay, bro, or that's even a thing. You feel me? It just gets to the point where it's like it's trolling, and then it's also like it's definitely something in your character, you know.
And I played it very mature.
Hold on, let me see. See this shit record. Yeah.
I didn't address it. I didn't try to feed into it. I let him be. I let him rock. I played that very mature, bro. I played that very mature. I hit him up. I let him know, like, what's up? Like, yo, bro, you said this. Cool. I played it very mature, right? The shit that's killing me though, chat. This is saying all this shit after the done text me a whole essay. Essay apologizing.
What really upset Kai was the clip from earlier. When Bruce spoke to his fans about Kai, he refused to let...
That's what I'm saying, bro. People are just different in different scenarios, but like, bro, the person you get in front of you and then the person you get around people are two different people.
...them know if he apologized. Kai saw this at the time and gave Bruce the benefit of the doubt. But looking back now, this was a massive red flag.
I have a whole essay of him apologizing, and his pride is so big that he wouldn't go on stream and say, oh yeah, I apologize to Kai. If you watch Bruce, he'll say, y'all don't gotta know if y'all apologize or not.
Bruce also tried to say that these comments were
the reason is because he doesn't want them looking at him a certain way, bro. Just how it is. They don't want him looking him at a certain way, or them kind of like getting on him and trolling him about it, or making him look like he in the wrong for like he's like lacking accountability almost.
When he was beefing with DDG, who was friends with Kai,
just stand on it, bro.
Kai pointed out that this timeline didn't add up.
Then after I gave him the benefit of the doubt, and I said, yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, I really didn't expect that from you, and I really appreciate you, and whatever you need, I'm here, I'll be cool, it was never no big. He says that, then still goes into a DM and say that, bro. How the f you do that? Like, how the f you do that? I don't understand it. Then I spoke to him today, I spoke to him today. He hit me up and said, "Yo, bro, if you free to talk, let me know. I know you've seen things that were said, and I've never hit you." I said, not gonna lie, bro. That's the craziest shit. I don't know what type of animosity you got towards, but that shit ain't cool. And he said, "I understand, etc., etc." Trying to mix up some shit, telling me that this happened at the time him and DDG was doing his little beef. Those screenshots are literally after.
In the end, Kai basically told him to go to therapy and that he didn't want to be his friend anymore.
And I don't want to be your friend no more. I don't want to do what you know.
That's how it is, though. You gotta cut some people off for real, like, bro, trying to uplift you behind closed door and then tear you down in public, bro. That shit's, bro. Nobody wants to be around that for real.
No more. I don't want to be associated with you no more. I don't give a what you got going on. Because it is too dangerous to have a like that in my circle.
These messages broke any sense of trust Kai had with Bruce and broke things beyond repair.
Any circle, but especially since what he got going on, bro. That shit'll just tear him down and have people turn against him and all this unnecessary shit. So that's, bro gonna have to either cut him off or distance him. So even with Aiden too, like how Aiden's fan base kind of try to pin them against each other all the time. That's why he even like kind of spaced out or even stepped away a little bit from that one. Like, you just kind of have to give people their space and their room for it to breathe a little bit.
But right in the middle of this drama was the third member of DYK, Your Rage.
Oh, Bruce.
Your Rage aired his thoughts out on what happened, and because he was so much closer to Bruce than Kai was, he gave a much deeper insight into what Bruce is like and what actually went wrong.
I never seen his
The first
response.
thing Your Rage went on to say was that this was nothing new and how Bruce is.
Like,
Damn.
it's not new to me. It's Bruce. Bruce talk, but I ain't think he'll talk on me because I ain't never talked shit on this in my life. But we gonna get into that. We gonna
See, that's how it is, bro. Bro, I have homies that like that too. Like, you wish that they can change or do something else, but that's just how it is. They just gonna be like that. And you really can't change them, bro. Like, they don't care, even if it is seen as a problem, bro. They don't care. Everyone else is, you know what I mean, the problem around them. Not really them in that instance, I guess.
get into that.
Then Your Rage addressed the Japan trip and the allegation that Rage got the idea from Bruce and gave it to Kai.
He told Bruce, I don't know if you got brain rot or some shit, man. I know you think everybody's trying to copy you. Like you don't understand. Like, he doesn't believe in coincidences. He doesn't believe in influence. Everybody's just trying to copy him. Everybody's just watching him to copy his. And no fucking streamer better call me during this stream. I'm not answering the phone.
And rather interestingly, Rage revealed that Kai was originally pushing Your Rage and Bruce to go to Japan.
The Japan was a boys thing, chat. It was a boys thing. It was a thing the boys were supposed to do. Kai was the one always on it. Yo, when are we doing it? 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 To the point where it was like last year in March, April, Kai's like, yo, what's going on? Like, yo, if we ain't gonna do this, I'm gonna just go myself. Kai created his Japan idea. He invited me, but I'm like, damn, I ain't gonna go. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna go if Bruce can't go. I ain't gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? If Bruce not gonna go, I ain't gonna pull out. I don't want it to be weird. I ain't doing it. And then Bruce invited me to Japan, and I couldn't. I had contractual obligations. I had streams to do and ads. I already signed papers. I couldn't go.
And this was the same situation with Counter-Strike.
Bro, Bruce. CSGO was a boys' night idea. We were going to play CSGO on stream. The boys fell out, so I went to Kai with the CSGO. Because, yeah, I seen a screenshot about CSGO. I'm like, yo, I want a video, first time playing CSGO. And I'll never play it again. That's literally what we did. I said, let's play CSGO. We played it, and we never played it again. That wasn't COD copying this, bro. That's not what that was, my boy. That's not what the that was, gang.
Rage also said that he had been having deep conversations with Bruce where they would vent out their frustrations about other people, and Rage was usually able to calm him down or talk him out of this very negative thinking pattern.
Perspective and shit. I was hearing this perspective, and I understood where he was coming from sometimes. But obviously, sometimes he was tripping. So I'll be like, yo, maybe they did this because this, that, and the third. Maybe this is not actually copying this, that, and the third. And so by the end of the conversation, he'd be cool. He'd be cool. Like, he'd be.
Rage then revealed what really happened to DYK and Boys Nights.
In December, it was cool. But it was like a month without a boys' night type. You know how we are on stream? Me and Kai be trolling and Bruce don't fuck with us no more. He Hollywood, you know what I'm saying? He don't fuck with us type shit like that. You feel me? Abdi made it into a video talking about some DYK over, right? December of 2022, yes. Not 10 minutes after that's posted, I open my group chat. This has never happened before. We've never got into nothing. This is blacking on me. Bruce is calling me all type of laggots, all type of hoes, all type of idiots, all type of clout, all type. I'm like, trying to talk gangster. I'm like, what the? Who the f is you talking? Like, what? Me. The nigga you talk to about everything that I understand, like me.
Rage and Bruce patched things up, but were not as close as before. So instead of venting his issues with Rage, Bruce started venting issues with his mods and the people he barely knew. And because they were his mods, they would pretty much validate everything he said and didn't challenge him on anything.
We talked.
But that's what he wants, though. He wants that. He don't really want someone to call him out or to correct him if he's wrong. Like, you know how people be like, "Oh, I'm in the wrong, bro. Tell me I'm in the wrong." Bro don't want that. Bro don't want that. He just want to be validated and niggas to agree with him because his mind's already made up. Like, he's not open minded. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can appreciate anyone that has the mindset or even how I am. Like, that even with something that I stand on or I say, there's some things I feel like is non-negotiable. But even then, like, I have some things that I'm more open to, or I always try to keep open mind because perspectives change, bro. The same way with life changes and people change and the times change. Like, bro, it's just a different perspective. You gotta stay open minded with shit like that. If not, bro, you're just gonna be so ignorant and start doing this and blacking out on your homies and then you feel me, and then talking to people you don't even know about all this, and then them turning around and exposing you, bro. Like, that's bro, losing friends, like losing homies over everything that's so avoidable because he wants the pillow talk.
Out, everything was cool, but I don't know. Naturally, we kind of like, we kind of like we kind of stopped calling as much. Not intentionally. It's not like, oh, I ain't talking that no more.
Yeah, and it's not even on some like I don't fuck with him. It's just the vibes off, bro. It just naturally y'all just slowly start distancing each other, stop talking to each other because now that bond or that trust that y'all whatever y'all had is kind of like broken. Even when y'all do repair it, it's like you kind of have to watch him a little bit because as soon as something's bad on you or he feels like something's bad on you, especially with that type of person, man, see, I knew it. I don't even know why I forgave you. Da da da. Like, bro, just gonna black out even worse on you for real. Something even worse.
It just after that situation, we went a few months just kind of like backed up a little bit, just a little bit. We wasn't venting on one like that. Not until like around kick time, he's asking me, "Yo, what you doing? You gonna sign the contract like that?" That's when we kind of started talking a little bit more and shit. But I don't know if during that time he started venting to his mods or something.
But while all of this drama was unfolding, the internet hadn't heard much from Bruce, but eventually he broke his silence.
I'm not mad at it, you know. Those messages were me. Indeed were me. I take full accountability for all of those. I don't know, some of those might be photoshopped now by now, but majority
Taking accountability and then the whole thing with that is like, bro, you can say you take accountability, but you're not really taking accountability because you're not even saying that you're in the wrong, bro. You feel me? Or even apologizing or even really taking it up that you were in the wrong, that you were tripping. It's not even accountability. You're just saying you're taking accountability.
that was 100% me. And, you know, hurt people and say hurtful things. And at the time of those things where they were said, I can definitely say.
What were you hurt about, though? That's the thing.
From the actions of other people behind closed doors, I was hurt, you know? So
Okay.
that doesn't validate.
Okay, wait. It's something that we don't know then, for sure. There's always more to the story, for sure. Let me chill. But I see what he's saying. For sure. Hurt people do hurt people, but maybe there was something that happened behind the scenes that kind of rubbed the wrong way. You feel me? Like, that we don't really know about too much.
I don't need to validate any of those things because they are old things that was said. If you can match the, you know, the context up with the dates and everything and how I was talking, I think majority of them shits was like 2 months ago, summertime. But that doesn't change the fact that it was said. And me, I'm telling you, I don't take back any of the things that I said. Me personally. What's done in the dark
See,
shall come.
told you, you gotta respect it, bro. That's the best thing he could do. Just stand on it. You know what I'm saying? Because the whole thing is like taking accountability, regardless of how you look or how you're seen. You're taking that accountability, but you feel me? But him, he's like, oh, I'm just gonna stand on it. And then in some ways, it kind of ruins like him saying he's taking accountability because he doesn't really see it as being sympathetic. You feel me? But I can also respect whatever you say, you stand on it. Whatever comes with it and the consequences, you accept it. You know what I'm saying? So I can respect both for real, for real.
To the light, and that's just not for
Or
me.
see both.
And when it comes to the light, you better, you feel me? Be here to stand on it. Have faith behind God, because no matter what, this could happen to anybody. And if it happened to one of you, I know damn for sure it's gonna look worse than what I was saying.
Bruce took accountability for what was said,
Like,
but stop.
what? For me, that's what I'm saying. It sounds the whole accountability just thrown off. I know I do, but it's gonna look worse if y'all do it. Just crazy.
Short
What?
of taking back what he said.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it sounds like bro is kind of he says one thing and then kind of like slowly takes it back a little bit. Like he says, "Oh, I'm doing this," and he kind of like backtracks a little by little by little.
That's
So it
not
kind
me
of
being
dims it down.
That's not me trying to be boastful. That's just me being a grown man. I said those things. I said some of those things to those people off of the internet. So it's no different.
Bruce then addressed the idea that he might have mental health problems.
Am I mentally okay? Let me tell you something, y'all. When you close that app and realize that don't affect your day-to-day life unless you let it, that doesn't get to me in the slightest.
But given what Rage said about him earlier, it was clear that he had some sort of problem with paranoia or negative thinking patterns. Bruce, however, did apologize to his fans, DEO.
I apologize. I already did apologize.
Bro, apologize to the people your actual homies, bro. You feel me? I get it. You want to apologize to the fans, but it's really your homies that you should apologize to because those are your actual homies. Like, no offense to, you know what I mean? But like, just saying.
I'm more so apologizing to my core community because I know y'all sick and tired of defending his fat nose. You feel me?
In the aftermath, Kai and Bruce went their separate ways. Since then, Kai has built a multi-9-figure brand. Even if they had remained friends, it would still be risky for Kai to have been publicly associated with Bruce, given Bruce's tendency to speak without much of a filter.
That's what I was saying, bro. He's too much for as big as Kai is now. He's too much of a brand risk. Same thing with Aiden too. That like just his community, like for what Aiden does and how he is, he's too much of a brand risk. Like that's why you don't see like other people like Neon and all of them on his stream. Just because like even with some of him being reformed, it's just too much of a risk for real. Just being around him and like how their community is always clashing for no reason. You feel me? Even when they are cool and they have nothing to do. You feel me?
In February of 2024. Kai had a slightly embarrassing experience where he accidentally followed Bruce, but then immediately unfollowed him.
Why'd you follow Bruce and unfollow him?
Bro, okay, hold the phone, buddy. So boom, I'm on my mother phone, right? And I see that on Twitter, right? Bro, I was just gonna check that. I didn't follow him. I never purposely followed him.
You know what's crazy? I know that's facts. You know, this nigga's
it don't make sense. It don't make sense.
So this is exactly what happened. You were stalking at this page. You accidentally followed him.
No,
yes,
no.
You were stalking at
No,
I
was on somebody's page that was following him. You know how it pops up on the bottom where it says suggested?
Yeah.
That's what happened. On my life.
So he followed you back, yes or no?
Yeah, I seen that he followed me back. I seen it. Oh my god, he's back.
Did you feel like having to unfollow after that?
No.
No.
Okay.
And in June, Kai was pressed by his own fans to patch things up with Bruce.
Okay, bro, let me tell you something. Chat, this is what I be talking about. I don't talk about certain situations because in my real life, I've went through it and I've made the smart decision on making my circle the way it's supposed to be. You guys are too invested and it's crazy. It's so bad. It's actually bad. I'm not gonna lie, bro. You feel what I'm saying? We got to work this year. We got so much shit I gotta do. Can we please just stop? Like, it's so bad, bro.
That is facts, bro. That's just how streaming is and the parasocialness and everything. Like, it's always gonna be like that because at the end of the day, but at the end, what I was gonna say, yeah, but at the end of the day, it's on some like How do I put it? Damn, maybe I just. Oh, damn. I looked at my damn phone, lost my train of thought. Oh, it's like it's parasocial. Like that's just how streaming is. Like it's so parasocial and they so interactive. Like they wanna, not that they kind of live through you, but they get too invested to the point where they're more upset than you actually are, and you actually went through the situation. You feel me? Maybe maybe it's just like the experiences or something, or maybe they just hold you to a pedestal or something, and that's usually why. But yeah, people need to learn how to like mind their business or just to leave certain things alone because it dead ass do be causing unnecessary problems, bro.
It's like it's forced. It's actually forced. I haven't spoken the situation since I spoke on the situation. Let that sink in.
And even as recent as Mafiathon 3, Your Age and Kai were flying together in a helicopter across Los Angeles, and there was a sense that someone was missing from this trip. Suddenly, Your Age turned to the camera.
You gotta forgive people. Yeah. Especially the older you get.
Especially the older you get.
Realize people make mistakes sometimes. You dig what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
We gotta learn how to forgive.
Yo, bro.
But your age is funny. Hey, that's why Kai's like, right, because you already know what he's talking about.
It's never that serious, bro. It's never that serious, bro.
For Bruce and Kai, life just moved on for both of them. The good news is that Rage
As
and
it
Bruce
does.
recently reunited on stream.
Yo, this is mad.
Well, who's who the is who's mad?
That 200 fast is fuck.
Yo, no. That's not that's not gay.
Man.
That's not.
But on another recent stream, there was a refreshing moment of sincerity from Bruce where he talked about what they achieved together.
Shout out KC, bro.
Thank you for being here, Bruce.
Doing his thing, bro.
Did you
Love.
have no sex with Protect?
Shout out Rage. Fact. Shout out everybody, bro.
100 emoji.
I love everybody. I'm not even joking. I always had love for them. They did history, bro. Like, no cap. Free black. Not even joking.
To drop him off again, at least Kai is unlikely to ever become.
Yeah, bro's just too much of a liability. I feel what he's saying, but he can show love and all that back at it maybe, but it's just that like once he does flip again or he feels some type of way again, he's just gonna do that shit again. It's just gonna keep happening if they keep allowing it. It's just best for guys where they both are at right now, just to leave it alone for real, you feel me? Or at least with Kai and Bruce, but yeah. But shit, that's everything though. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it and everything. Let me know how y'all feel about it and sure y'all be smooth.